John Sheridan, you came in, you had a game, you got a draw, and you've had a couple of weeks off. Has that been ideal preparation for this game?
No, not really. Ideally, I would have liked a lot more football and game time, but unfortunately, obviously, the weather's has not allowed us to do that. So we just had to do what we can and do what's best for the next game, which is the Plymouth game. So unfortunately, Oxford game was called off, but there's nothing you can do about it. We prepared everything for it and we were ready for the game, but it wasn't to be. So again, a bit more time on the pitch with the players and looking forward to the game against one of my old clubs, Plymouth.
Yeah, has it been ideal though, maybe getting players back through some niggles or injuries from those weeks? Yeah,
we haven't really had injuries, so fair play to the physios and the fitness staff. The injury wise, we've been not too bad, so we're all clear of injuries. And actually, young O'Connor got a bad knock on his ankle in the reserve game. He's the only one probably who's out. So other than that, everyone's fit and available.
What's the sort of weather been like as in preparation, and obviously not just the weekends, but the last couple of weeks, just getting people into training, has that hampered it, or has the facilities here just helped?
No, because of the extreme weather, obviously it's difficult. One or two of the players travel, so it was really, even the pitches here were frozen. So unfortunately we missed a couple of days, but I don't think won't do them any harm. Bit of rest, and but when we've had to, or when we can get in and get on the pitches, we've trained. So I'm happy with the way things are going, and we're ready for the game. What
did you learn from that first game in Cadence, or was it too early?
Well, everything was a bit rushed, I was only here on the Friday, more or less, or one day training with him Friday and then into the game Saturday. I was pleased with the way the game went. Felt as though we should have won the game. Obviously, a draw was, to get something from the game was the most important thing, but obviously where we are, I think getting 3 points, I've said before, 3 points is the most important thing. But performance-wise, I was pleased. Obviously, there's things we've got to do better and learn from. I threw a little, the system was a bit different to the players, so full respect to the players. They responded well and they were unlucky not to win the game. So, but they've got a little bit of how I want us to play in, and hopefully we can take it into a tough game against a team who are going really well. So, I'm looking forward to the game.
Yeah, how have the players reacted to your appointment coming in?
Well, I'll tell you, probably after 5 or 6 games, I've only had one game. But if I'm going by training, I'm very pleased the way things are going. But that's training. The most important time is on the pitch on a Saturday, and when you got to play for something. So training, I'm very pleased the way things are gone. I've settled in. The players have helped me settle in. Listen, I know one or two of the players anyway, so they've responded well to what I'm trying to give them or what I'm after. And like I say, results will soon tell us.
You've got a tough one this weekend against Plymouth. You say your old stomping ground. Their turnaround has been magnificent. Is that something you can look at, going, well, look at where they were to where they are now? Is that something what Fleetwood could do? Maybe potentially not. You're sort of running out of games, but at least get away from them for relegation zone.
No, full credit to Plymouth. Listen, the first time I went into Plymouth, we were in a similar position. Well, they were bottom of the league when I went there, going into the conference. So. I'm quite proud of what I did there. So I got them in a very stable position. I kept them up and ended up getting them in the playoffs. So and I left them in a good place. So full credit to him. We've got an excellent chairman there who knows how to run the club. So I've just got to concentrate on Fleetwood. And I've come into a situation where I've proven, and I've done it at other clubs where they're in a vulnerable position. And my main objective is just to keep them in the league. So. And that's all I'm looking at. I can't plan too far ahead. I know what it's all about. I've got to get results quickly, and that's all I'm looking at to do. So I've done it before, and hopefully I'm going to do it again. Yeah,
is that the target? There's no sort of long-term future. It's just a case of this next up to May. Just keeping.
That's all I'm looking at, and that's all I want to concentrate on. Is we've got 12 games to possibly win 4 or 5 games and stay in the division, and that's me aim, and that's all I'm looking at. It's important the club stays in Division 1, and I'm here, and hopefully I can do that.
Is it, for you, a club that you'd like to stay at long term?
Yeah, I think, I think it's, listen, when you're an outsider and have managed against them a few times, you only hear good things about Fleetwood Town. So, listen, the surroundings and everything about it, it's a really good club, yeah. But I don't even want to think about things like that. I just want to think about the next game, get 3 points, and then move on to the next game, Charlton, get hopefully 3 points, and keep us in the league. Whatever comes of it, we'll wait and see, and hopefully I can be talking here if it's in May or whenever, and that we stayed in the division, and that's all I'm looking at.
Yeah, is it targeting home games for those wins? Do you not see it like that?
Well, I wouldn't say targeting home games because the away record's better than the home record, so it's just going into every game thinking we're going to win the game, and that's what I've got to try and get in the thought process and get it into the players' heads, that we're going to try and win every game, no matter who we're playing. Plymouth's a tough game, they're going really well, but I know we can beat them. I think we've got some good quality players in the team, so I'm going in the game thinking we're going to win.